Hey, hope this video, as always, finds you doing well. Welcome to video episode 6 of our Way Less and Live More in 2017 video series. This is your first video that you're seeing in this series. Welcome. Definitely encourage you to check out the videos that preceded this one as well. Share if you find something valuable for someone who is in a similar pursuit and sounds like it falls in the vein of what they're looking to do. You know, every new year, one of the catchphrases, if you will, that we hear people say is "New Year, New Me." And usually people at this point laugh and scoff at that, typically because even at this point in the month, usually where we're at in January, people's efforts have started to wane some and they return back to the way that they've done things. They weren't able to maintain their efforts to bring what their goals, intentions, resolutions were to fruition. And so to change that trajectory, I thought this video series would be great for those who not only want to perfect the way that they're eating physically, but also to have a more vibrant and present lifestyle as well. So everything is uplifted in terms of your being able to enjoy each moment in the different areas of your life. So to get our 4 items started for this particular episode, the unexpected cause of weight gain for today is alcohol and caffeine. These probably aren't too surprising. If we're having a larger amount, and I would say a couple of beverages at least every day during a week's time might be a larger amount for most people. For this, I'll just say, rather than us going into too long of a list of items that fall into these categories, you're aware, I would say just consider how much you're having in a week's time. So each day, for those 7 days, how much am I having each day? And to cut that amount in half. If you're not having so much during a week's time, this might not be an area that's affecting you so much, but I would say if you know, okay, I'm having alcohol or caffeine daily, first, write down how much you're having. You can go ahead and write that down now, actually. Write down how much you're having, and then you can cut that amount in half. Usually when we modify the amount that we're having of these two, if we're having a larger amount, we'll see some substantial differences. The second item is a tip to drop the pounds. So the second item to drop some pounds, second item for today rather, to drop pounds is to have more of a plant-based way of eating or having a plant-based diet. What's awesome about plant-based diets or ways of eating is that they are lower in fat and calories and full of hunger, filling, and satisfying fiber, more so than meat, dairy, or processed foods. So it's also good to think about, okay, if I'm not eating many plant-based foods or much vegetables, how much can I add to my consumption? To my 3 or 4 meals a day, if one is having 3 or 4 meals a day, how can I add more to maybe 1 or 2 meals to help out with this item? The third item on the list today in regards to a factor that could be weighing you down is an overpacked schedule. So if you haven't one who schedules yourself, typically what will happen in most people's situations is that you're not able to be fully present at all of these things that you schedule yourself for. You're many times just skimming the surface. And so a way to start to adjust that could be to remove extraneous activities from your calendar. And that might be whether it's the 10th business function for the week or the 6th birthday party in a couple of weeks, not going to that. So that way what you are going to, you can show up a more calm, glorious version of yourselves. And really what this equates to is being able to say no to some things. In my 20s, for example, myself, I was always, always on the go. I'm just someone who dispositionally is one who's more on the go than not. And although I don't really regret how I spent that decade of my life, looking back, I do wish I had been more discerning about where I was investing my time and energy. And so now that lesson day by day affects where I invest my time. It'd be great for us to be in a lot of different places, but we're finite beings allotted a certain amount of time, and so it serves us well to be discerning and wise about where to spend our time, which definitely is a lesson as we move from stage to stage in our lives. And then finally, a tip to feed your soul is to have decorative, really to make your food look pleasing. So to have uh, decorative plates, for example, and the arrangement of your food being aesthetically pleasing. Well, I definitely won't hate on anyone's paper plate game, especially when you've got a large amount of people that you are entertaining. If it's just for you or just for 2 or 3 other people that you're serving, maybe getting your favorite color, and getting a set of plates with some decorative patterns on it, totally upgrades a meal that maybe was just here up to the next level. The arrangement of the food on the plate. So you really make mealtime an experience. It doesn't have to be anything major, but you make an experience. And doing so actually has a way of filling you up literally and figuratively. So I'd love to hear, as always, what things are you already practicing in this list of things? What things do you realize you could do more of? We're all in the pursuit of progressing and growing. I'd love to hear your recommendations as well as they fall within the vein of this. You have a great rest of your day or evening.